Cletus here. I just want to tell you a couple of things. First of all, I love this bike. This bike is fun. We're having lots of fun on the bikes. But the other thing I want to tell y'all is we got a whole bunch of new subscribers. And we just want to welcome you to the channel and welcome you to our community. It is so nice that you have joined us and that you have subscribed to the channel. We are just ecstatic about that. And if you are new to RVing, check out this episode because Donna's going to walk you through some local RV parks in the Las Vegas area. And if you are coming this way from some other locale, you're going to want to check these RV parks out. There's something for everybody in Las Vegas, y'all.
You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars.
Hey guys, I know we have an awful lot of newbie campers out there.
Hi!
And I thought this might be a good opportunity to go over a few local campgrounds that we have here in Las Vegas. Being from Las Vegas makes it real easy for me to be in the know, right? I think it's interesting that so many of our campgrounds here have disappeared. And I think it's important for you guys to recognize that, you know, it may not always be what it seems. So I have picked the top 4 campgrounds here in Las Vegas that we would recommend. We've actually stayed at one of them. We kind of did our little shakedown, if you will, when we first got our camper, because we kind of learned the hard way. The last camper that we've got, we took it down first time out. We took it to an area that was like 120 degrees in the shade, and oddly enough, our air conditioner wouldn't work. So it was a complete disaster, and we learned really quickly that the best thing to do, you guys, when you get a new camper, go someplace local. Stay close to home.
I have a smidge of marijuana down in Mexico. Bring it back here by Sunday night. I will pay you $100,000.
You know, get all those bugs and kinks worked out for the first trip, and you'll be much happier that you did. So I don't know if it's because of COVID or just circumstances or just the way things worked out, but there's an awful lot of campgrounds. If you Google campgrounds in Las Vegas, there's a lot of them that pop up. There's a lot of them that are listed as being closed, but let me tell you that a lot of them are not what they seem. And I would be remiss if I didn't share that with you guys, right? So the 4 that I would be quick to recommend to you if you're coming to Las Vegas, the number 1 and our favorite is Oasis RV Resort. It's the most expensive on the list, and I'm not going to list rates because you know how that works. There's discounts, different prices, different weekends, different types of campgrounds. But I will tell you, it is the most expensive of the 4 I'm going to give you today. But it's the fanciest, right? Great location, right at the end of the strip. Great views. It's got pool. It's got clubhouse. Lots of amenities. It's gated. I will have Carl put down below, along with some pictures for you guys, contact information, but know that you can always Google it by the names that I'm giving you and get there just as quick. But they have a restaurant, they have a store, and again, great location, really nice. I feel very safe there. Never question for a moment that it's not a great spot to go to. So the second one that I would list would be Sam's Town Casino RV Campground, RV Resort. It is associated with Sam's Town Casino, which is out way on the end of the Boulder Highway. So it's a little bit off the beaten path. It's got a very Western theme to it. They have a lot of nice amenities that you would get whenever you would stay at a hotel or casino property, right? So you've got total access to the casino and all those amenities. There's several restaurants, good parking area. Again, very safe environment. You're amongst, you know, a good public crowd of people, if you will. And rate-wise, it's a little less than Oasis. I think you could get in for a little less than Oasis. They've got a bowling alley. Some of the campsites have patios with palapas and things like that. And it's very pretty, and there's a pool and movie theater in addition to the casino. So it gives you that very Vegas kind of feel, you know, if that's what you're looking for when you come. The third one that I would point out, it's going to take you off guard a little bit because it is the Clark County Rifle Center and RV Park. Now, it's way out there. It says that it's 16 miles from the Strip, but I would tell you that when you drive out there, you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. Okay, it's a shooting range, and they're not going to put those in the middle of a populated area. So you know right off the bat, it's going to be out there. But the advantage to that is it's out there, right? I mean, you get a little bit more distance between you and the touristy spots, and you feel like it's desert landscape for sure. So kind of like you were camping in Arizona or Moab or those kind of places, not as scenic. There's really, you're a little closer to the mountains. And then if you'll notice in the pictures, pay attention, it's basically a big long strip, okay? There's no great, there's no trees or shade or it's just kind of a parking lot. And we've all stayed in those, right? That's not necessarily a bad thing. There are full hookups though. So you go down this big long strip and you'll see all along the left-hand side are all of the RV spots. Back ends, but you've got all your hookups. And then all the way down on the right side is the shooting range. So directly across from your campsite, right, you can go over and you can use the shooting facilities. It's very nice. It's very well laid out and very well done. And they have, I think you can get your permits or your licensing. I think they sell ammo. It's a gun range, okay? It's a shooting range. But again, the upside is you're kind of off the beaten path. You're out a little ways. It doesn't feel touristy. And the shooting closes, I think it's 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. So even though during the day, if you're staying there during the day, you're going to hear the shooting. You're going to hear the gunfire. You can't get around it. But they do cut it off in the evening. And from what I understand, and I haven't stayed there, but we've known some people who have, it quiets down and the stars, you can see the stars out there, and they had a lovely experience. So that might be something that you would be interested in. Then the fourth one that I would recommend is a little bit outside of town. So this one's in Boulder City. It's called Red Mountain RV Resort.
Hey, I just want to tell you something. Donna forgot to say this when she did her narration for the Red Mountain RV Resort in Boulder City. They are booked solid. They are not taking reservations right now, but you need to check back with them because you never know, right?
It is a little bit more residential, and there are a lot of monthly people who stay there or people who stay there for 6 months at a time, and there's full-timers there as well. So a little bit of everything there, right? Boulder City is a beautiful little city. It's about 40 minutes from town, from Las Vegas, from the center of the city. It's a little bit higher elevation, and it's very small town feeling. The area has a lot of, there's a couple of museums, there's several parks, there's a lot of souvenir shops. So check that out. I think it might be something that you might be interested in. It's a very pretty area, and again, feels very safe, very comfortable, and a good way to be in Las Vegas without having to be in the middle of all the chaos. You can come down and visit the chaos, and then you can leave the chaos. So those are my recommendations. There, like I said, there are a lot of other RV parks that are listed, and I would just say this to you guys. If you are just looking for cheap, quick, not so worried about security and those kinds of things, then there are several parks in town that you can give a go to. And know that there are a lot of full-time people who live in RVs in those campgrounds, and I would say that that definition is different from a full-time RVer. So that's my take on it all. I hope you guys can use the information. If you have any questions about any particular RV parks, feel free to put them down in the comments. I can always share pictures or my thoughts if I know them. I could do a drive-by video for you if you really want me to. So there you go, guys. Always glad to help you out. It's great to have all the newbies on our channel and in our community, and we welcome you. And thanks again, you guys, for being here.
Hey y'all, we just want to thank you for watching, and again, welcome to you new subscribers. Thanks for joining our community, and remember, you need to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.